everybody. I am James, and I'm here with you with another podcast for the Florida Lifestyler podcast. And we're coming today with a lovely couple by the name of Nick and Mandy. And they have an interesting aspect of love that I think we all could learn from. Um, how you guys doing today?
We're doing great. How are
Doing great,
you?
great.
I'm doing great. I'm just chilling out, you know what I'm saying, relaxing, had a hard week of work, just continuing doing this foundation for the Florida culture and for
Yeah,
the culture abroad, you know.
that's awesome.
Beautiful.
It's awesome what you're doing, especially like getting that out there because there are more people in the lifestyle than people realize. And the more we make it organic, the more people will be drawn to it
Right.
as well and more open to talking about it.
Right, correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking at one point in time I was gonna wait till I get the fancy setup and stuff, but no, the message is better, you know, get the
Yeah.
purpose out, everything will fall into place, you know. I'm a risk taker anyway, and good risk, but you
Yeah.
know,
So am I. Yeah.
yeah, so just got a running gun and everything will fall where it need to fall,
Fake it
definitely.
till you make it, baby. For
Take
sure.
it till you take it. Now tell us a little about yourself and your story. Where are you from? How did you wind up in Florida, etc., and more?
Okay, sure. Well, I'm Florida native. Grew up here, left for a few years and came back. And I actually live in two different states. I live in Kentucky and I live in Florida every other week. So that's my story, and you can tell yours.
I was born up north. I lived like half my life down here in Florida and half my life up in the Northeast, multiple times,
Okay.
locations. I've been back in Florida for what, 4 years now.
Mhm.
Met her right away as soon as I moved back here.
A month
I
after.
met her like within a month, and then we've been together pretty much ever since. So
That's awesome. How long you guys have been in a relationship together?
So, about 4 years.
yeah, almost 4 years.
That's awesome. Now, how did you jump into your dynamic? Because I understand that you guys have kind of a interesting relationship. Do you want to explain the dynamic and how did you come abroad and more?
You want to start with how we started first, or you want to start with your?
Well, we can explain our dynamic a little bit just
Okay.
to kind of make some sense of it. So, I have a primary partner and a nesting partner. So I live in Florida and Kentucky every other week. And I co-parent with my ex-husband in Kentucky. He's my nesting partner. And this is my primary partner. This is my
That's me.
romantic partner. My nesting partner is not my romantic partner. He's just my ex-husband, but we decided that we were going to finish raising our kids together because they're in their teen years. So we wanted them to have that mother-father dynamic. And he's an
That is
amazing,
great.
supportive human being that is just completely about me and my kids and does whatever it takes to make this relationship work.
And kind of just we were working out the kinks of the traveling and the time apart for a little bit. It took a little time to get used to the separation and just missing each other, and then mixing the lifestyle in with that as well. So there was a little learning curve for us, but we figured it out, and we're established now in a nice routine. And when we're together, we just enjoy life together. We enjoy the lifestyle together. We enjoy the time we have. And then when we're apart, we just kind of handle our own things that we need to do,
Yeah.
our own individual hobbies. And she's with her kids. I'm with my job and my dogs and stuff like that. So I found
Life, yeah,
Yeah, life work balance, life work
mhm,
romantic life balance.
definitely is a
Life
balance.
balance there too.
it works out too because
That
you give
shit
each
is
other time to
crazy.
miss each other.
Yeah.
It's nice to have that moment, like a little bit of like that. Oh, I can't wait till she comes back,
Yeah.
and like that anticipation,
Right.
like what making plans for when she's in town, and getting excited about like some of the kinky stuff that we're gonna that we're planning. It just adds a little bit of anticipation and that like that primalness to it, because
Yeah.
we do spend a week apart, sometimes 10 days apart sometimes, so
Right.
it's a healthy balance for us.
The
It
cool thing
keeps
is
things fresh in a way,
it
right?
does.
Yeah.
And we just celebrated my 35th birthday at Secrets, and I had
Oh,
this big sleepover
Congratulations.
with a bunch of things, a big sleepover with a bunch of girls. So he was a lucky man. He got to be in a hotel room with four girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, someone walked into the room and was like, "Who's this guy?" I was like, "Oh no, it's not him. It's me. It's me."
It's her birthday, but I got all the perks of it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now I have a question, Nick. Are you and a nesting partner, are y'all good with communication? Do you guys have a relationship
We don't
or
really have a relationship. Um,
okay?
it's just nothing ever, there was never like any opportunity for it to develop. He was I'll let her
Right.
with that.
Yeah, he was military, and didn't live in the state. So that's why I moved my kids up to Kentucky, because he was finally settled out of the military. He was finally settled, and we wanted a place where they didn't have to switch back and forth. So we essentially let the kids have the house.
Right.
So we switch back and forth. We take turns. Like he takes 1 week and I take another week. So it works out really great.
I like how you guys have a mature understanding within this.
Yeah.
You know, that's very important because a lot of people can't handle it on a mature level. It seems like you guys have a lot of communication between you. It seems like you are very communicative. Like you communicate well with both of your partners. Your
Yeah. And
primary partner, which is Nick, and your nesting partner, which
yes.
is your child, your father's child. And
Mhm.
sorry, I don't know if I said that right. Did I say
God's father.
your
Yeah.
child's father? Sorry. So, but
I
yeah, I also like how you guys are thinking about family,
Yeah.
you know? So you guys are not letting the element of your family go,
Mhm.
even though you still, understand that y'all have different dynamics or you might grow apart or whatever the sake is. I don't get too deep into that. That's your business. But I know that the results is that you guys are still making the family work
Yeah.
and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
And
been
that's beautiful too, Nick, how you are allowing her to, well, not allowing her, accepting her. Sorry about the
I mean,
accepting is
wrong.
a good word.
a lot of men wouldn't
Yeah.
be acceptive of their woman or their partner living in another state with another man.
Especially their child's father.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And man, that makes you a 10 times strong man, man. Big round of applause for Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's amazing. I got very, very lucky, and I very, very much got lucky with my partnerships, and especially with this one and my romantic partnership. I can't even explain how grateful I am for him, because he's the one that is our core foundation. He's the one that makes our relationship work, because without his understanding, I have to be that mom that has to put my kids first. But he makes it work where I can put my kids first and our relationship still flourishes. In fact, you said that, that we have good communication. That's taken a while. It took us a while to get like that. To be honest, like it took us a while to work out some kinks, and
Yeah.
we're not perfect at all. Not even slightly. But it's good because it's actually strengthened our relationship. I think a lot, actually.
Yeah. Trials and tribulations, ups and downs.
Yeah,
Like,
going through stuff together.
if something's worth it, you make it work.
Mhm.
To me, that's how my mindset is. If you want something and it's worth it to you, then you can make any situation positive.
Definitely, definitely. That's law of life, like the persistence,
Right.
preservation, having a definite purpose and going for it. That's very important. I teach that in my Q&A. Well, I don't like to use certain words, so I'm using them because they're more common, but I've been working on my vocabulary a lot because words are very important in the selection. And I've been trying to I've been giving people an understanding of that
Yeah,
more in the Q&A sessions that I release every Wednesday to have a definite purpose, decide what you want and things of that nature. And
yeah,
that's real good, man.
yeah. I just started doing that, and we're gonna make some videos this week. I started doing, because I've been getting a lot of questions about what is a nesting partner, what is a primary partner, what does it look like, because we have recently possibly brought a third into our dynamic, but a romantic third into our dynamic. So someone that's consistent into a partnership. So I've been getting a lot of questions. So I've been doing some questions and answering on videos and stuff. And this week while I'm here, I'm going to have him do like a guy's perspective
That's
on
cool.
it, and especially a main primary partner's perspective, because he has a much different perspective. I'm this one that's literally traveling the country and back and forth and being a mom one week and not another, and and having several different partnerships that I have to balance.
And his focus is just you.
Yeah,
pretty much.
and
Work,
it's just him
work and man stuff and you.
and his dogs, and our dogs.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, and that can get lonely too, especially when I'm gone, and he works a lot. So, and he works alone too, so it can get lonely. And where I have all this stuff to juggle, it took a little while for us to both realize, okay, I need to realize that you're alone all the time, and then he needed to realize that I was super busy constantly.
Right. Now, when you guys met, did you guys meet in a lifestyle? Did you meet on a website? How did it go? How did this connection happen with this beautiful chemistry?
Well, we met, like I said, I moved back down here. So I jumped on Bumble right away just to meet, to
Get
go out
that.
with girls and then hang out. And we connected on there. We met, and then we just pretty much were attached at the hip from that point on.
Day one.
As far as the lifestyle with us, it's actually an interesting story. So I was actually in the lifestyle. I've been in lifestyle probably now for, I'd say, about 12 years, but I was in it mainly as a single guy up until meeting her, on and off, not like super consistent, a few months here, a few months off. And by happenstance, she had actually been in the lifestyle as a single female. But we didn't know that about each other when we first met. That didn't reveal itself for like another year.
Yeah.
Wow.
I dropped hints. I kept dropping hints.
Yeah, when she told me she was bisexual from the beginning, so I already kind of had an idea where it could go. And then just like stuff that comes up in conversation and in sexy talk, and you just kind of have, like, I mean, if you're in the lifestyle, you kind of have a feeling of who might be into that type of stuff just based off conversation and just
right.
So it revealed itself. And was it two Halloweens ago, we decided we were going to go to Secrets for the Halloween party and just kind of like get into it. We took our time with it, and
we took our time, but as soon as I walked into Secrets, I'm like, I found my home. And it seriously just feels the most comfortable place ever. It feels like, because there are people, it just feels comfortable.
Right. It's a very cultural place, especially for us.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people that's, in the community, they're warming, they make you feel good. Secrets is a great establishment. And shout out to whoever created that establishment. I don't know the owner's name, but they created something that is great for everybody. And it really helps us in Florida unite, especially with their little parties and their get-togethers and stuff. I haven't been for a while because I've been adulting, but I've been there and I understand the culture. Definitely. Yeah. So, what I was about to ask, I forgot. So do you guys I see you guys do content and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's something that we're just kind of getting into recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little something to keep the little spice, right?
I mean, we always record things anyway from the beginning, so
yeah,
it's nice. Right. If we have a really intense sexual relationship and we're already filming it, we might as well just see if we can make some money off it.
Yeah.
Right. That's how I jumped into the adult business. Me and my child's mother been together for like 20 years. So it's been since like teenagers. And then we grew up and we was like recording stuff when we got a little older. And then one day we just decided to merge it, after I brought up bringing in the lifestyle, because I'm more of like, I'm a real loving person. So my heart is real big. I love honesty to like I love honesty so bad it's like a fault, you know. So
Yeah.
I love the hardcore truth. I love all that stuff, and I just wanted to expand my life of love, you know, with
Mhm.
somebody, especially growing up with somebody being young. I grew up in a lot of relationships that been together, around a lot of relationships that was teenage loves, and it was a lot of infidelity in a
Mhm.
relationship.
Of
And
course.
it seemed like a lot of people couldn't be honest. I grew up seeing a lot of deceit among relationships.
Yeah.
And it really hurts because I knew they loved each other. These people loved each other to the core.
Mhm.
But as a regular human, you have desires. So
Yes.
I understood that aspect. And as we got into like our mid 20s, I'm almost 40 now. But as we got into our mid 20s, I was like, yeah, we should take this relationship to another level. Now it has been challenges, ups and downs with the communication part. We're pretty kinky and freaky. So like
So
the
are
sex
we.
part,
So are
we'll never have a part. Yeah, there's never a problem with the sex part.
we.
It's
No,
more,
never.
yeah. So when like the moment happens, it happens. When we want to go, it go. But it's like balancing your relationship. See, me and my wife's dynamic is we've been together since children. So
Mhm.
it's growing up, developing new personalities, becoming new people, and then growing in a lifestyle together on top of that.
Yeah.
Me, I'm more focused on a lifestyle than she is because I'm such a like a relationship guy. Like, love, love, love,
Yeah.
but it's I feel like everything will get where it need to go in time, you
Yeah.
know, and
And
everything will fall where it need to fall. Cause I have my challenges, everything is not always perfect, but I I stay focused on the good, which is love, and the outcome of love. Because I wanted to bring you on the show because I seen you on Instagram and Facebook. Sorry to keep on talking so much,
yeah,
but because I'm really inspired by you. How you came up with this, especially being a female, you know, and to come up with this dynamic to balance your home with your primary partner,
yeah.
and I think that is a great, great way of doing love. And I really congratulate you guys on doing this
Thank you.
because and the way Nick understands your relationship dynamic and let your family still grow as a family, Nick, that's beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is it's commonly seen, but it's not commonly explained.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what's also too is he doesn't have kids of his own. So to have a man who doesn't have kids of his own to be able to have that level of understanding that the kids are the primary
Yeah,
source of, they're the ones growing, they're the ones who we have to nurture, and they're the ones that have to take precedent, is it's beyond like most people's regular knowledge, even if they have kids. So for someone to not have kids to be able to understand that is pretty fantastic.
right. It's the power of love.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's the power of love to a great extent. It shows the eternal essence of love, the
Yeah,
infinite essence of love. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick, that's real good, man. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I even encouraged my wife when we had got deep in a relationship because deeper in the swinger lifestyle, I was like, because I love to just see her happy. And I understand that as we grew different, right? So she's different, I'm different. Then we're still loving together, but we're totally different.
yeah,
So I was like, you should find someone who could love you the way that you want to be loved. Because I love you. Oh God, you already know. But there's somebody out there that can make you smile every day, to give you that love that you actually need.
yeah,
And and I encourage that because I want to make my family work.
yeah,
You know, it's all about the family. You don't still want to break up the dynamic of the children having
Yeah.
mama and daddy,
Mhm.
but you want to still live in your happiness. And a lot of people sacrifice their happiness.
So that was a big thing for me was for a really long time. So we nested, we haven't been, my ex-partner and I have not been together for a very, very long time, over 10 years. And we actually nested for 4 years before I moved to Florida.
Mm.
So we had previously nested before this. And then I moved to Florida for about 5 years or 4 years. And then yeah, about five, no,
5
about
years.
5 years.
Almost 5
It's
years.
been a while. So, and then we just decided last year to nest again, but because it was mainly for the kids. I don't remember where I was going with that. I lost my
Wait,
train of
I
thought.
lost my train of
Oh,
thought.
yeah, I
I
just
had it.
lost it. Sorry. It was something cool too.
I knew where you were going too, but now that I'm forced to think about it,
I know
I'm
it's like,
never
oh, it
I'm
just
never gonna
doesn't
get it.
work.
So
Right, brain fart.
Yeah, instead.
I knew where you were
And I
going
mean,
to.
I was
Yeah.
driving a long time, so I'm tired too. But it's really good because oh, like you were saying, how you grow up and you grow together. Either you grow together or you grow apart. And
Well,
for
I think that's where
me,
you were going. That kind
yeah,
of happened to you
yeah.
when you were because you were
Oh,
very
yes,
young
thank you, thank you.
when
So I was
you met.
19 when I got married. And I was 17 when I met him. So not him, but my
Your
kid's
ex-husband.
dad, my
Yeah.
ex-husband, my
Oh,
dancing partner. So I was very young when I got married, and your brain's not fully developed. And I was raised to be a mom and a wife. That's my life. That's the way I was raised, and that's what I thought my purpose in life was. So I became a mom really young. At 21, I became a mom, and then shortly after had another one. 2.5 years later, had another one. And then he was in the military, so I was alone a lot, but I was miserable and I wasn't living in my truth. And I made a decision that not only am I miserable, but he's also miserable because I can't love him the way that he loves me. I can't be romantic with him the way that he needs. And that's not fair. That's not fair to either one of us, especially when I craved someone for so long that I had no idea who I craved. I just knew there was someone waiting for me. And so I took that leap of faith and moved to Florida with my kids. And a month after he moved here, which was a year later, we met. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the one that I've been, because I don't really believe in the one. I think love is an infinite source. It's not a finite source. So, but the more that we've grown together, the more I'm like, you know what, maybe there are people that are meant to kind of to make things work regardless of the
Yeah, that's
situation.
correct.
right.
Yeah.
Like even if it's multiple souls, like you right,
Yes.
there could be multiple the ones.
Yes, exactly.
They call us
Exactly.
Neos, like Neo in the Matrix. It could be multiple Neos.
Well, that is love is not a finite source. So there are different types of love. You don't have to put it in a box. I don't love my former partner romantically. I love him romantically. He's the one who satisfies that need in me that no one else has been able to satisfy. And it's not fair to my nesting partner to force something that just didn't work. And it didn't work for him either, because he deserves to have someone that loves him like that, or that is attracted to him romantically. Not that he's a bad looking guy at all, because he's a very good looking guy, but it's not, he wasn't my romantic one. You know what I mean? My romantic desire. And I needed that in my life.
That is deep as hell.
Yeah. So
In other words, that's some real ass shit.
it's real. I just like I want to be real and raw, because at the end of the day, all people are going to do is learn, and they can take their situation and be like, you know what, I actually feel that way. Maybe it could actually work. Maybe we can sit down and have a really difficult conversation, and we can make our family work in a way that works for other people. Because I've actually helped a couple other families work like that. They nested for a little while where they would get an apartment and they would share, where the kids would have the house, and eventually found partners of their own, and split up that way. But that's how they started their stepping stone into a good co-parenting relationship and a good, healthy relationship
Right.
with their partners as well.
It's very healthy what you guys doing, because some people just accept it and they just be like, "Oh, the family destroyed, lost it." Boom.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
a lot of us been victims of this,
yeah.
and you guys solution. You know what I'm saying? you guys found a solution. I like this.
It's
Dad can
not
still be around, mom can still be around, and then you guys can still have love within Nick and Mandy world.
yeah,
It's just beautiful.
yeah. And in our
And
swinger
then,
world too.
True. Yeah, we get
right,
that part.
We
right.
love that. That's our
This
biggest,
this is a form of swinging, like
yeah,
the openness, because this is a mental. See, what I'm really trying to get people to understand are and the mental understanding. This is all mental,
mhm,
and this is what I preach a lot. Everything is in the know, and they understand that. They understand and how it results, even when it's challenging, because I know it's challenging,
it's very challenging. Yeah.
especially from a man. Yeah, but y'all use y'all powers, man. You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. We like ourselves.
Yeah. Thank you.
We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun actually, yeah.
Obi, yeah, man. So up out of here. At some
Oh, I'm sorry, it's breaking up a little bit. Can you still hear us?
Yeah, we might have to
Yeah,
end it and start again.
maybe.
All right,
Okay,
I see you
sorry, we
now.
lost you for a second. Yeah,
You're
okay,
fine.
hi.
This might be this
What
trip.
what were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, where can everybody find you guys? If they want to find you, I'm gonna put the link in the description. But where can they find you?
Okay, yeah. Well, they can find me through Inked Raven VIP,
Inked.
Inked_Raven VIP. I don't know if you
That's
want
on
to.
Instagram.
It's on
Yeah,
Instagram.
we'll like to we'll keep all if anyone wants to contact us and talk to us and here like she's really into like the counseling and like the therapeutic part with she wants to that's just something she has ambition for in the future to help couples with
Non-traditional
non-traditional
relationship.
relationships. So
Okay.
yeah, we don't have any tie-ups. So we can do all the correspondence through her Instagram and just to keep it simple. So that's inked_Raven VIP.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And like I said, I've been doing videos of like questions and answering because I've been getting questions every day about my dynamic. And because it's people are like, what is this? What is that? How do I approach this? How do I approach that? And it's great. I feel like it's a great stepping stone throwing me into this next career that I'm trying to go for, to be a counselor for non-traditional relationships, because I've had so much experience in it. And I think it would be we need this in that community. We need
Yep.
someone that understands the lifestyle and understands the different dynamics of the lifestyle, and finding someone, a counselor or someone to even talk to, is just almost near impossible, because most people don't, they're like, what is that? That's gross,
right.
So they
Well,
don't
that's
like
kind of
it.
what he's doing here too with this
Yeah,
podcast.
exactly. That's
Just
Yeah, and I appreciate everybody who's taking the time out to do this. And then especially with you saying you're gonna give Nick a chance, like when Nick get on there and talk to everybody, that's gonna help especially a lot of men.
yeah,
right because I can give some perspective
the male perspective.
on single men and also guys who are now in a non-traditional, well, we're a traditional relationship, but we were not traditional in the aspect where we're not together
Right.
all the time. She lives, she does. There's a lot of trust involved with her having to nest with another man. So I'm sure there's some questions about it as well, because there's a lot of relationships that haven't worked out. A lot of people have, baby daddies and baby mamas, and just there's always someone looking for someone's perspective or someone's opinion or someone's advice.
Mhm.
And
Right.
so,
Right. Goddamn right, Nick.
Yeah,
I fucks with you.
so
You a solid dude, man. That's why she picked your ass.
uh, I didn't pick him, he picked me.
Hey, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he wouldn't let me go. I promise you, he has not let me go. He has held on tight, and I love it.
You guys are an awesome relationship. Hopefully I get to meet you guys one day in person and we get to talk more with like a live type show. You know what I'm saying? That would be very cool. And you can meet my wife as well one day.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be awesome. Now, before we head out, I know you guys are tired. So one more question. When you think of Florida lifestyler, what comes to your mind?
Ooh,
Florida
Florida
lifestyle.
lifestyler. Honestly,
Florida
for me, when you say that term, my brain just gravitates right towards secrets because that's where we go.
Yeah.
It's a great place for us. We've met so many good people there.
Yeah. A lot of great
Never had a
friendships.
bad experience. It's just like you said, it's warm, inviting. So when you say that to me, I just instantly just pull right into, people that we've met at secrets and all the good experiences we've had and just the positivity around it. And just, I can't think of one negative thing.
Open,
So,
honest relationships.
Yes.
Is what I think about when I think of Florida lifestyler. I
Well,
think finally, a group of people that understand each other,
right.
like-minded.
Because I was in the lifestyle in New York. So
Okay.
Florida lifestyle to me is just like hanging out outside in the sun, meeting cool people of all aspects, of all body types, all races, all personality types, just
Ages.
just all ages, and just everyone just open-minded and like-minded and
The
polite.
melting pot of Florida. They're very multicultural here in Florida, just like New York.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's good to talk to you guys, everybody. We here with Nick and Mandy, man, and thank you guys for taking the time out, especially after your long drive and your long day of travels. I'm very grateful, and I can't express more how much gratitude I have.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you again for having us. This was a good experience for us.
Yeah.
Definitely. And follow them on Instagram, link in the description. And this is Florida, and this is our lifestyle. We out of here, baby. Holla. See you guys.